different today. I am using my laptop's webcam, and we'll see if that helps with the glare at all. Anyway, this is the beginning of week 6. Wow, 6 weeks already. Can you believe it? Now, this past week I lost 3.4 pounds, which brings my total since surgery to 23.6 pounds. Again, stats are my high weight was 394. When I started the pre-op diet, I was 330.4. At surgery, day of surgery, I was 320.4. And currently I am at 296. And that means a total overall, since I started this, a total of 98 pounds lost, which is 25% of my beginning weight. So I think that's going the right direction. I'm still losing slow. I don't know if it started to pick up, but then I got sick this week. And when I got sick, I got diarrhea and lost 2.5 pounds in one day. But then the next day, the fluid that I lost started coming back, so I fluctuated again. And I'm not really going to call it a gain because it was because of illness. But anyway, it's coming off, and I've got to remember that it's coming off. Now, as I mentioned, I got sick. I was a little scared there was something wrong with my pouch, but I wasn't throwing up. And I called the doctor's office, and they said it was pretty sure that it was a bug going around. And it affected my stomach, my intestines, and my kidneys. I kind of literally felt it go through my system, which was really weird. It took about 3 days, but anyway, I've noticed I'm starting to be able to see my collarbone here. I don't know if it's going to pick it up on the video or not, but my collarbones are starting to poke through. Haven't seen them in a while, and I'm seeing more neck muscles in my neck as well. And I'm trying to make sure to keep my head up, because if I drop my head down, this happens, and I don't like that. So I'm going to try to keep my head up for most of the video today. I think this is actually going to help me make sure to keep my eyes where they're supposed to be as well. Meanwhile, I started at the gym this week. Last week I got the last week I got the clearance to exercise, and however the weather was pretty bad around here, and the hospital, as part of the rehabilitation, is they gave me a year membership to their health bridge facilities, which is right next to one of the hospitals. Actually right next to where my rheumatologist is, and where I go for my bariatric meetings and such when I meet with the nurse and everything. And so I went and I got things set up. I signed up for my membership. I met my trainer that I'm going to be working with. I have 2 pre-sessions with a personal trainer, and if I want more, I can purchase them. The facility is gorgeous. There are 4 pools, which is where I plan to spend most of my time. Just a beautiful facility, all kinds of things to learn about. The cardio machines, I already know how to work those. However, when it comes to the weightlifting, which because of my nice flabby arms and such, I figure I should do quite a bit of that. Those machines I don't know how to use at all, so I think most of my training time is going to be devoted to learning how to use those machines. And I have a couple weights here that I purchased a while ago, and I'm just trying to use those a little bit around the house here, so I get a little bit extra, because I'll only be able to go to the gym about 3 days a week because it is so far away. I have to kind of go after school, so I have to figure out the nights where I don't have meetings, where I don't have after school classes and my master's courses, and go on those days, because otherwise it's about an hour away. So yeah, not quite an hour, probably 45 minutes, but still, especially in the winter, I don't feel comfortable doing that. Now, some other things that are going on. I still have trouble figuring out when I'm full. I think I have it figured out, but I'm still not sure, because sometimes it feels like I can eat quite a bit, and other times it feels like I can't eat hardly anything. So I don't know if maybe have to wait a little bit longer after drinking, make sure everything is through. If that is having something to do with it, or what, because that's really a hard part. My doctor said not to drink a half an hour before you eat or a half an hour after. Now the half an hour after is pretty easy. It's the half an hour before that I'm having trouble with, because quite honestly, if I'm not at school or at work, well, at work I should say, I can't really plan that out, because sometimes when I'm at home I don't feel like eating, and it depends on when I have my protein, and yeah, it just gets all kind of goofy. Now, went grocery shopping this week, and it was really different. I'm not having to buy near as much now, and like I actually stocked up on some seafood because one of the stores in the area was having a good sale on seafood. So I got some shrimp and some other things, but that's going to last us probably for a good couple of weeks. So I made up my mind. I'm only going to buy the necessities for the next month or so, and we're just going to use up what we have in the freezer. And because we still have a lot of food in the freezer from before surgery, and I just want to make sure to make good choices and test the waters and see what my stomach can handle and what it doesn't. Which part of me is like, no, just stick with the stuff that you know that you can handle, and it's really good for you. And the other part of me is, I need to try these things and see what's going to work for me, So, which in turn brought me to doing a meal prep for this week. I decided I was going to. I got in the mail. I got this really neat, um, inexpensive little thermal box here that has 6 small containers that you can put inside of it, and a shaker bottle, which is not on there right now because they're all being washed. And I figured that'll be good for the days that I go to the gym, because I can put my breakfast and my lunch and my dinner in there, and then I'll have it with me so I can still eat at a decent time. And so I got this going, and I have another thermos for when, or not thermos, another cooler, a 31 cooler that's a little bit bigger, that for when my husband and I both are going someplace and we need to put all of our drinks and things in there, because I've been taking my protein drinks everywhere with me. Now, the meal prep thing, this is the first time I tried it, and I ended up having all the same meal. So it's like, I have a feeling I'm going to get really bored with it. So I have a couple other alternatives in the refrigerator that I can switch out things in it if I get bored of it. And because the thing I have in there, I'm not even totally sure if it's going to go very well on my stomach, because I haven't tried it yet. And some of the other foods, well, my vegetable is good, but then I end up by putting some little bit of mashed potatoes in there, which is one of those things that my diet said I could have it, but then my head is saying that's a starchy vegetable. So I'm like, I don't know if I should have it or not. So I might end up trading that out for something else. But I'm kind of confused because some of the things on the diets contradict each other, and I don't know if it was just if I really should have it or not. So I'm just gonna see how my body does with it, and we'll go from there. Meanwhile, after my little bout the other day, well, the diarrhea kind of cleared out my system, which I guess is good in one way, because now I seem to be going on a more regular basis. I've been able to go the past couple days now. Normal poops. Forgive me for being blunt, but this is a pretty big deal with people who have this kind of surgery, like the gastric sleeve, because a lot of times you are just not eating enough to make a solid poo. And a lot of people get very constipated because they're not drinking enough of their water. But meanwhile, I think that it's important thing to talk about and to understand. Oh, goodness. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the first time I've done a recording on my laptop, and I just realized that there's a timer on it. I didn't even notice that. So we'll see how this one turns out, and if this works better, then maybe I'll do it here. But I don't have editing equipment on this laptop. I only have that on my iPad. But we'll see how things go. This is one of my little hats. When it's it was -1 this morning when I was outside in the Chicagoland area here. I'm a little outside Chicago, but it is freaking cold out there. So I've been having my little hat on all day, my little alpaca hat I made. And then when I was looking for my camera, I came across some little booties that I made. I do alpaca crocheting on the side, and I spin yarn. It's one of my hobbies. One of these days I should show y'all how I do that and what's involved. Whoops, sorry about that. But I came across some of these little things that I had tucked away and forgot that I had. Yes, the booties match it. Isn't it cute? Yeah. But this is one of the ways I keep my sanity is spinning and crocheting. And I plan to do more of that. But right now, exercise is really my life. So I'm looking at my bike over there, and I think it's time I put a few miles on it. So I'll talk to you later. Have a wonderful day. And by the way, thank you so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. And thank you for helping me stay accountable for my actions and what I'm doing. And I really think this is helping me stay on track. But then every so often I find something, I'm like, oh, should I have done that? Oh no, I don't know. See? But thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.